All of my life I was told the same thing: get a degree, get a job, and play safe. But this week I done something very differently that I was scared of, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you the proof what exactly I did. And this is the first video where I document what I did, not what I recommend you, what I did this week. So I will document it weekly on my journey to 1 million in a business. And the first day I will tell you a bit about of my background, how I started this whole journey, and how I'm here as an immigrant in the UK. I grew up poor in a village from Moldova, Republic of Moldova, and obviously there's a village, so you don't have much bigger dreams, because all you can see is something very small. And I ended up in a college having a degree in telecommunication, and ended up in a construction job because the degree that I had didn't pay even my rent. And while I was in that job, I was in the public transportation, back to work and all of that. And I was seeing people outside in nice cars, having coffee in the middle of the day, or like something similar. And I was asking, like, this was the time that hit in my mind: why do they can spend time with themselves, enjoying their life, while I'm in this crowded public transport, going to a job that I hate and I can't do much about it? That was the shifting moment when it starts for me. I actually, from that moment, I start to read books. I start to self-improve. I went on a journey of self-improvement. This was like the trigger for me. So from that moment, for a period of 1 to 2 years, I ended up in a job that was in a suit, tie, nicely, like that was kind of dream job. And I was earning there like a forex trainer. I was teaching others how to trade forex on a forex market. I ended up in that job, and in a matter of 6 months, I ended up making 5 to 6 times more than the average salary. That's how hungry I was, like, to succeed. And I found out after 6 months in that job that I actually hate having a boss telling me what to do every single time, and have that ceiling, because I grew very fast. Like, I was the fastest consultant there, the fastest growing, and I had many promises. Like, the directors had a lot of promises to myself, like, get to that level and I'm going to give you this, and things like that. And once I got there, they started to refuse, and that's why in the middle of my peak, where I have a lot of recognition in that job and money as well, I left and I said, okay, I'm gonna start on my own. And that's why how I ended up starting like the internet business. The whole thing, started to learn about it and actually implement. Instagram was my first adventure, running paid ads and all of that. So that's why before going to that, I started to immigrate, started to look for opportunities. I ended up in Russia for a couple of months, and then I got the opportunity to be here, to come to England. And guess what? In England, I have to start everything from zero: new language, new job, in construction again. Everything was very hard at the beginning to adapt, and at the same time win something, figure out something in this life. This is how I got like more than 1 year in construction, until I got to the moment where I was fired. That was the biggest breakthrough here, and as an immigrant, and I started to go all in on my marketing services, because I did something as a freelancer here and there, and I go all in. Once I was fired, I had my second child at that time, at the moment that I was fired. So it was very tough financially for me. Figure out around 6 months, I moved on and I started to get clients and all of that. And this is how I pivoted to more into AI, automation, AI agents and voice agents. And here I am right now, moving into my background, having like digital marketing experience, and now with combination with AI. And this is my edge, because I have a deep understanding about social media and paid ads, how they work, funnels, and now I have to scale it further with implementing the automation to make the work more effective. And that's why here's what I did this week to get myself further, to push myself further. And so far, I got some notes here. So far, I got 13 Upwork proposal. That means one of the ways that I have to grow and push myself is to get new leads constantly. And this is what I sent this week, 13 Upwork proposals to get jobs. In total, I have 85. I didn't get any jobs from Upwork yet, but things will come. The other thing that I done, I attended a BNI chapter. What is BNI? It's basically an international networking for entrepreneurs. And I found a local network event, and they gather weekly. So I attended one of those. I was very uncomfortable there. Majority of them were British, and I have to stand out there and pitch myself, scatter all of these things. But the good part was everyone was really excited about my topic, AI and helping businesses. That was very good for me. And actually, what else I did, I got things like that from that BNA chapter. And then I have a lot of notes while being there. As you can see, to everyone, I was once everyone made a presentation, I was making notes, and then I got home and emailed every one of them, nearly everyone, and actually I got some interest, potentially clients in there, which is great. I moved something this week, and what else I did, I already have a couple of clients that is like a mixed work with digital marketing and AI, and I did deliver on those. I created 2 menus for like a catering business, like visual design. And then the other client was like delivering ads. So far we generated more than 65 leads. And I make sure that the leads are coming constantly and they have a good conversion rate in terms of the money they invest in ads and in my work to the money they get out of business. The other thing, I did a few things on a website of client of mine. That is a clinic business, because like I'm taking packages, taking the client from being nobody online and then getting to a certain point and then scaling up. And the other thing is I send proposals, for 13 being Upwork, the other one being mostly to the network I already have on Facebook or across socials that I have some sort of interactions before, so I send them like a follow-up and all of that. And I have sent a mock-up, or I would say like a proposal, in terms of I have an interested client and I send like a package, so he has to come back to picking something that we can move on. I also did 1 or 2 LinkedIn posts, and got back and forth with my email campaigns. This is my first time of me setting up email campaigns, and it's kind of not that comfortable, but I have to do it to get clients, and that's why I will attach everything on screen so you can see that it's legit, everything that I did. And talking about back to what I said in the beginning, of one thing that I was scared to do is about getting a ticket to a summit, 1 billion followers summit in Dubai that will take place in January 2026. So to be honest, probably you have already things like, you just think about them, you get a little bit scared, but you have the drive that you want to do it. That's what happened to me when I saw that event. That's basically an event with creators slash business speakers that will be at that event. And for me was like when I think Dubai, probably you as well, when you think Dubai is something that you associate with a lot of wealth, with fast growing city, and with technology and all of that. So for me it's very exciting to just think about it and look around what people already achieved. So this is going to drive something inside of me that will push me forward. That's why just thinking about it was crazy. So what I did exactly, I went further on their website and I bought the ticket to the event. I will show the screenshot in a second. And how this works. Basically, my whole life for me worked. I have first to say something publicly, or do something, or tell someone that I will do something and then commit to it because I promised. And I have to keep my promises. This is why basically I started this channel, and this will actually maybe help someone. So coming back to what I already learned doing all of the things that I done this week is about Upwork proposals. So maybe you do some sort of outreach, and especially if you are in beginning stages, you have to do some outreach, because if there is no leads, no business. This is the thing that I learned the hard way. So when you do proposal and outreach, please make sure you get a little bit deeper into what that person, the person that you are reaching, what she does, how you can help. Get a little bit deeper, because imagine those businesses, maybe they get DMs every single day with generic messages like yours every single day, and obviously they won't convert. And especially at the beginning, you don't have the capacity to do it volume, right? Because you are one team, band, business, one member business, whatever, and you don't have the capacity to do it like 10,000 outreach per day. You're gonna do probably 50 and 100 maybe, and that's more than you can actually do, and they drains a lot of energy. And at least try to be very specific, and you make sure once the person reading that message, that email, that Upwork proposal, that will actually have a higher chance to convert into a client. And this is what I observed from my increasing opening rate on Upwork proposal. So the view rate increased basically, which is a good sign for me. So I have to keep going. The other thing is with the BNI that I learned attending network events is you have to get in the rooms where your potential clients are, where you have someone that you are becoming or trying to become like them. So get into those rooms. It's very uncomfortable. Trust me, being in an environment where you're actually not that extrovert talking with everyone, and your English is not your native English, and you have to stay there and scream out loud to be heard, because this is how British people, when they gather together, probably you've seen already, like around the pubs, when people gather together, so they have like small groups, 2-3 people, and they start talking, and they start talking so loud that you cannot, like when you are outside and you look at them, there's like a very noisy group. And this is what I was part of at the beginning, and then things started to arrange into places when once we got into in the room where the whole presentation was happening. And that's the other thing that I learned, like you have to be in those rooms, it doesn't matter. And don't try to take decisions so fast, like make decision in terms of this is not for me, or this groups is not, because basically when you will first attend, you will be so uncomfortable, and the whole system inside of you will tell, hey, maybe this is not the perfect one, maybe this costs too much, or maybe like you're gonna find a lot of excuses. Give yourself at least a couple of tries. Like this is all the time that I do to myself when I'm trying, let's say, to do outreach, email, wherever, like one specific, or Instagram DMs to find clients, for example. And you don't do just 5 DMs or 10 DMs and say this thing doesn't work for you. You give yourself at least a couple of repetition. Ideally is finding something in that industry, some specific numbers, that would be ideal. So let's say someone tells you you need at least to reach 50 people to get 5 responses. So you kind of know. But give yourself at least a decent number of reach out until you will say this does not work for you, or you have to move on. This is what I advise you on networks. And related to the client that I already delivered the work is, especially when you are one person band, you have to be very structured in terms of how you structure your day and how you structure your work and how you let your clients work with you. So you don't let them say that you are available every single time, even though you need money right now. You don't say that, hey, you can reach me out whenever you need. No, you got a specific time frame when they can talk with you, where you can arrange meetings, and you are try to document the processes, because in the future you can hire people to help you out and do the best work possible. Like, this is, if you want to be recommended, you want to be loved literally by your clients, do the best work. And if they are not touchy, in my example, if I do a automation, no code tool automation, my clients are not that touchy, so they don't even bother what I did behind there. All they see is, okay, I filled the form, I get an email, I get a quotation, I get this and that. But make sure you kind of show them what the work that was done behind, so they will value that more. And getting back to the Dubai ticket that I bought, now I have to, like, I already commit to that. I already bought like I got the cheapest entry because the ticket to the event was the cheapest. Here is going to be a screenshot. And once you commit to that, once I committed, I already now have the ticket, and now I have to go the second step to get the flight ticket and book the hotel, which basically arranges for me, like, everything is done and I have to wait to go there. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Let me know what I can actually improve on those videos, so it's going to be easier for you to digest, consume, and actually help you out on your journey, because I'm here not just for myself sharing the journey, but here to inspire you, help you out. Maybe you're a few steps behind. So I'll see you in the next week sharing the other steps that I did and the results that I got.